The Angry Birds Kids Profiles. Let's start with the boys, shall we? Indigo. He's caring, kind, and honest, and extremely loyal to those he loves, mostly his family and friends. Unlike the other birds on Bird Island, Indigo is the real only bird gifted with the ability to really fly, thanks to the large blue wings that had grown on his back. After his mother, Bluebell, unexpectedly died trying to keep him safe from a horrible storm in a park in Albany, New York, poor little Indigo was left all alone, but still stayed true to himself and the many good life lessons she taught him. However, his life was soon changed for the better 2 days later when he was magically whisked away to the world of the Angry Birds, where Red found Indigo, took pity on the poor little bird, and adopted him. Now he lives happily on Bird Island with the Angry Birds, with Red being his new dad and Chuck and Bomb becoming Indigo's honorary uncles. Fly. Brave, daring, but cares for his friends, he's one heck of a daredevil and thrives on thrills and excitement, no matter how dangerous or deadly the situation might be. Being transported from Sacramento, California, along with his best friend and occasionally partner in crime, Zach, to Bird Island, Fly was not happy about the fact that he could no longer fly, but after some time managed to get over it and adjust to life in the new world. But no matter what, Fly is always up for an adventure, especially if there's action or danger involved, in which he might use his favorite, albeit only, skateboard, which he names Jezebel. Yes, he actually named his skateboard. Weird, right? Zach. He's got more common sense than Fly does, and he's not always too keen on the idea of putting his life in danger. But when push comes to shove, Zach's got his friends' backs, even Fly's. Being transported to Bird Island along with Fly, he tries his best to keep himself, and Fly on occasion, out of trouble. This vow doubled when Zach became Bomb's kind of, official explosion monitor, in which he has to wear a large gray army helmet, which he managed to nab when they fought the pigs for the first time. Well, actually, Zach wears this helmet a lot. Oh, and I nearly forgot to mention that Zach has excellent aim, which makes him an expert at sports and games. He never misses. I know, cool, right? Kevin. A bird born and raised on Bird Island, this literal bundle of joy is basically the happiest bird there is. He's unusually cheerful all the time and is extremely energetic. So energetic, in fact, that instead of just walking, he runs, skips, and a lot of times hops. Actually, he hops a lot. This trait gives him a special ability, literally bouncing off walls and ceilings, and occasionally mountains, like a rubber ball. While Kevin loves to spend time with his fellow kid bird friends, Kevin also loves to hang out with Terrence, who he spends a lot of time with, which greatly confuses a lot of the other birds. How can an extremely happy, friendly little kid bird who likes to talk a lot be friends with a mostly grumpy, scary-looking big adult bird who hardly ever talks? Well, if you ask Kevin, he will often say, "When you take the time to get to know him, he's actually as harmless as a daisy." Yeah, tell that to some of the unlucky birds and pigs who ticked him off. Ouch. But aside from all of that, Kevin loves to have fun with his friends, kid or grown-up. And that's really something, isn't it? Eric. Coming from Salt Lake City, Utah, he's one of the many birds magically transported to Bird Island, along with his mother. The reason his beak looks funny is because he's a bird called a crossbill bird. His personality is that he's a bit of a glutton. He loves food. He loves to eat. Whether it's fruits, vegetables, grain products, desserts, candy, or even junk food. This is the reason why he's a little rounder than the other kid birds. Despite this, Eric likes going on adventures and playing with his friends, especially if there's something to snack on involved or on the way. Hatch, also a bird born and raised on Bird Island. He's what they would call a scaredy bird. Pretty much almost everything scares him. Hatch can get jumpy or nervous at the sight or sound of anything that looks or sounds unnatural to him, and will easily panic when in a serious or dangerous situation. But he also wishes that he could be braver than he normally is. But when someone he cares about is in trouble, he doesn't hesitate to either try to help or get help. So pretty much he can be brave without realizing it. Pretty good, don't you think? And now, let's move on to the girls. Fuchsia. Another bird born and raised on Bird Island. Fuchsia, somewhat like Silver, is a brainiac who's a whiz at science and math. Her intelligence and her dark purple glasses can sometimes lead to other kid birds teasing her and calling her names like Four Eyes, Egghead, or Nerd. But she simply ignores this and stands no nonsense from anyone, especially Fly, and cares for the well-being of her friends, and sometimes is the one others turn to when they have a problem. She even, on occasion, sticks up for her friends, especially her best friend, Amber. Oh, and did I mention that Indigo has a crush on her? Amber. Another bird born and raised on Bird Island. Amber is a kind, compassionate, timid, shy, animal-loving, nature-loving young bird who has something that no other bird has: actual ears showing. While this trait gives her the ability to hear incredibly well, even hearing things that are really far away, this also made her a subject of bullying. But don't worry, her best friend Fuchsia and the rest of the Angry Birds kids have her back. While she has the tendency to get scared when she or her friends are facing a dangerous situation, she does hold firm to what she knows is right and will often speak out and call bad guys out. She even gets mad if anyone insults nature or anything to do with nature. Not bad for a shy, long-eared owl, huh? Violet. Despite her young age, Violet has a keen eye for fashion and loves making clothing for her friends, whether they want them or not. But like all fashion lovers, she's also rather vain and hates getting dirty. If a single speck of dirt touches her feathers, she totally loses it. But aside from that, Violet does care for her friends, especially the girls. Oh yeah, and I nearly forgot. And she knows martial arts and karate. She uses this to defend herself and or her friends. So while she may look like she can easily be a damsel in distress, don't let her pretty looks fool you. She can be very independent and one tough cookie. Sky. As far as tomboys go, Sky is definitely the definition of one. She's an athletic blue jay and always out to prove that she's the best at any sport and hates losing. But also, like a young girl should be, she also has a soft spot, and it's mostly around her little brothers, Jim, Jake, and Jay, the Blues. Even though their mischievous nature sometimes drives her crazy. Transported to Bird Island from Olympia, Washington, she was taken in and adopted by the Blues' parents, and now happily lives with her new family as the Blue Triplets' older sister, who they love so dearly, and she loves them back. See, even tomboys can show affection. Daffodil, a duckling who came to Bird Island from a farm in Phoenix, Arizona, along with her father. Daffodil is a pure country gal with a country personality and a country accent to match. She likes a challenge and is always willing to try new things and make new friends, but will usually get annoyed when things don't go the way she planned. It took her and her dad a while to get used to the new island life, but now she's happy to live in a world where they don't have to worry about being someone's dinner. Being a member of the Angry Birds Kids, she does her part to help her friends help the Angry Birds whenever a situation calls for all of them. Winter. She has a caring heart but is also as tough as nails whenever she needs to be. She's the niece of Judge Peckingpaw, but rather than want to be a judge, Winter has a passion for something far different. Music! She loves music and all there is to know about it, and one day wants to be a musician or a songwriter or even a singer. While she does care deeply for her friends, she can get tough when she needs to be, and will often say, "That's it," whenever there is a minimum of something she's expecting more from. Well, that's all of them. What do you guys think? And who is your favorite bird?